Oh boys, looky what I got here. Yes, the MT, or should I say FZ. But I have had this ongoing intermittent fault with first gear on the indicator. Witness the empty box there. And it's been bugging me for a long time. Well, I've just stumbled across. I don't actually know what the fault is yet, but I've traced it. And it's to do with what I'm doing with my right hand right now. So I won't keep you in suspense. Just here is the gear indicator switch. I'll show you what's inside, but it's not actually what's inside that's broken, which you would assume what's inside is what's broken, but it's not. I've just found out if I stick my finger in the back of here and gently waggle it around. Oh yes, indeedy. So that indicates a broken wire. But why would a wire break on something that never ever moves? I guess we're going to have to pull it apart to find out. Right, I'll skip the boring bit. So basically, inside here is a drum of contacts. Now, if you're a good guesser, you'll know that that small one there is neutral. So that means this one or this one is going to be first gear. Well, it's this one, I think. And I thought they were getting a bad connection. You can vaguely see a light scoring mark right across the middle of them, look, where this pin up in there rubs on them as the selector drum rotates. So as that drum goes around there, that pin rotates and touches against each one of these, which then tells the dashboard to put the light on. But I've got a break in a wire or something, so what I'm going to have to do now is get this completely off the bike and then put the circuit tester on each one and then on the plug on the other end and waggle it around and see if there's a break in the wire in between the pin here and the connector plug. It's a glued up sealed unit, so I can't imagine that it'd be a broken wire inside there, and even if it was a broken wire inside there, it shouldn't be able to move because it's all sealed up in silicone or whatever. So it's sensibly it's got to be inside here. So rather than make this a 15-minute video for something that only really needs like 2 minutes, I'll just play with this for a bit and then I'll come back and tell you what I've found. If you're actually doing this yourself at home, which is the reason I'm putting the video up, you will have to raise the back of the tank. Just take the whole bracket off there, look, and just block the tank up just to get your hand in there, because you have got 2 plugs, and I'm assuming that the blue one there, like the single, is probably going to be the neutral. I can't see any other reason for it to be anything else, and if it is the neutral, I'm going to guess that that's neutral because it's blue, so that one on the left there is probably going to be first, and that'll be the first one I check. But I've got to go and get my multimeter, and sorry, and go and check that out. I'll be back. No, I won't. I haven't pressed the pause button. Right, here we are then. I have got a sewing pin shoved into the plug because the probe won't go in there. It's held on with a Genki, what do you call them? Close peg, yeah. And I found out that the pink wire is number 1, not the white wire. So that means the white wire is number 6. So the pink wire is number 1. And the reason I know the pink wire is number 1 is my next problem, because I have to try and prop the phone up in order to show you what I found. Have you noticed that I don't script or pre-run these videos? I just do them on the fly. You might have noticed that if you watched any of my other ones. Well, I'll be. My 500 baht phone holder. Oh, they had me right by the short and curlers on that one. But that just happens to be perfect to hold the phone. So I'll just faff around with that. And there you are. Now my hand's free. So, using my little sounder. And my hand's in the way now, isn't it? Look at that. Look, you cleg nut. You got your hand right where people want to see. Can I make this any harder? Oh, dear, dear, dear. No, my flipping hand. Flipping is right in the way. These videos I make are so informative. Right. I need to get a good connection on there, like that. And now try and get my hand in. There you go. I think we've had enough of that, don't you? But that's what it is. There's a break in the pink wire, which is number 1. Well, between, obviously, the contact there and the plug at the far end. Now, I need to find out where in this wire the break is, but the trouble is it goes into this silicone rubber here, so chances are, for some odd reason, it's broken inside that silicone. Why would it do that? You'll have to ask Yamaha. They had a string of defects on these bikes, and they're all down to stupidity. There was another one where there was a break in the headlight connector on the main beam, or on the dip beam, one of the two, dip beam. And there was a break in the wiring up there. They had a recall on that as well, but I did mine myself because, yeah, we're in Thailand. But yeah, that's it. I've managed to waste nearly 7 minutes showing you how to test one of these things. That's basically how you test it, how you go about fixing it. It's going to be up to you, I think. Right, I've said enough. I'll go away. Later.